April 26, 1986. A quiet night in the Soviet Union suddenly turned into one of the darkest moments in human history. Inside the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, a single test went catastrophically wrong, and within seconds, the world changed forever. The explosion at Reactor Number 4 released radioactive material hundreds of times stronger than the Hiroshima bomb, an invisible enemy spreading through the air, poisoning everything it touched. But the question remains, why did it happen? The Chernobyl nuclear power plant, located in Pripyat, Ukraine, was once the pride of the Soviet Union. It symbolized progress, clean, limitless energy for the people. At the heart of the plant was the rbmk reactor, a massive design unique to the USSR. It was powerful, efficient, but dangerously flawed. Flaws that were hidden behind layers of secrecy and pride. The engineers who ran Chernobyl believed they were masters of the atom, but the truth was, the reactor they controlled could turn against them at any moment. On the night of April 25th, engineers prepared to conduct a routine safety test to see how long turbines could generate power after a reactor shut down. But the test was delayed. Shift changes, confusion, and pressure from supervisors caused chaos. When the test finally began, the reactor was running at dangerously low power, a condition never meant for operation. The operators tried to stabilize it, but instead, they made things worse. When they pressed the AZ-5 button, meant to shut the reactor down, the flawed design of the rbmk caused a sudden, massive spike in power. At 1:23 a.m., reactor number 4 exploded. A 1,200-ton steel lid was blown off the reactor core. Flames shot into the night sky, and radioactive material began pouring out. Unstoppable. In the hours that followed, confusion and denial filled the air. Local officials refused to believe the scale of the disaster. The Soviet government tried to keep it secret. Firefighters rushed to the scene without any protective gear. They fought the flames bravely, unaware they were walking into death itself. By morning, radiation levels had skyrocketed. The people of Pripyat, just 3 kilometers away, went about their day, unaware that invisible death was falling from the sky. It took 36 hours before evacuation began. By then, it was too late. The explosion released radioactive clouds that spread across Europe, reaching as far as Sweden, Germany, and even the UK. Over 100,000 people were evacuated. Thousands suffered from radiation poisoning, cancer, and long-term illness. Chernobyl became a symbol, a warning to the world about the cost of human arrogance and secrecy. Today, the remains of Reactor 4 lie beneath a massive steel sarcophagus. The city of Pripyat stands frozen in time, a ghost city, a monument to what went wrong. The Chernobyl disaster was not just a nuclear accident, it was a failure of truth, safety, and responsibility. It reminds us that when power and pride outweigh caution, the results can be catastrophic. Chernobyl is more than history, it's a lesson that the greatest danger doesn't always come from what we can see, but from what we choose to ignore.